before I get going, I was wondering, is there a reason why you're not letting the people who are speaking be on the screen so everybody can see them? That's how you usually do it. Okay, yeah, but usually have the people so that, people can see them. All right, here we go. I'm going to be talking about the same article that these three wrote in the El Paso Times. Demolition by neglect. Any neglect occurring in Barrio Duranguito would be at the hands of city leadership who have known the conditions these slumlords were forcing tenants to live in, but did nothing to help until they set their eyes on Duranguito. Would you mind listening? Thank you. You can try all you want to reject the priceless history found within this neighborhood, but you'll have to reject your own historical survey done in 1998, which recommended that 7 buildings within the arena footprint be added to the National Historic Register of Historic Places. Now, Representatives Brown, Noe, and Rivera are trying to force thousands of supporters of El Paso's oldest historical neighborhood and its priceless legacy to just fold their hands and move along because the buildings are in disrepair. It didn't take long for our new mayor and most new council members to align themselves with the likes of Michiel Noe, Claudia Ordaz, and Peter Schwarzbein, who have no conscience when it comes to paving over our irreplaceable history and sweeping our culture under a sports arena. You continue to put us on spin cycle as you try to defend an indefensible bond project that will be an egregious waste of taxpayer dollars if built anywhere in El Paso. All this while being fully aware that Austin Judge Amy Meacham legally determined that city leaders in 2012 engaged in what amounts to a bait-and-switch scam by leaving out critical wording referring to sports and downtown arenas from the ballot at the voting booth. This intentional move led thousands of citizens to believe that they are voting for one thing when it was actually something altogether different. Her legal verdict essentially makes this portion of the 2012 bond election null and void and subject to a revote. Yet you continue to spout your half-truths and your misinformation as if it was fact, while wasting taxpayer dollars appealing her plainly stated decision to prohibit major sports in the arena's construction. You, along with Mountain Star Sports Group, like to say that sports are entertainment by implication, so that they need to be included in the arena. Well, so are strip clubs, but that doesn't mean that they can be included because the implication is there. This all comes down to a battle for the identity of El Paso. On one hand, we have the small minority of elected officials, the wealthy special interests they serve, and the downtown real estate investors and property owners that want to create a downtown in their image. On the other hand are the thousands of El Pasoans from every corner of our city who have signed petitions against the placement of the arena in Duranguito, hundreds who have participated in public events supporting the neighborhood, city, county, and state leaders, preservationists, and organizations who support the protection of our heritage, history, and culture. If built, the arena will fail spectacularly, costing us a couple of $100 million more than advertised when all is said and done. And just as bad as your negligent use of our tax dollars pursuing this arena at all costs will be your abject failure to protect our common heritage, history, and culture. You are chipping away at the historic legacy El Paso is leaving to our children. Meanwhile, Barrio Duranguito's embattled buildings are still standing and waiting to be invested in and reborn. It's not too late to change your minds and do the right thing for El Paso. Thank you.